So let us start with problem number 6. Enter following transactions in the journal of Vishwanath for the month of March 2008. Okay, the first transaction is Vishwanath commenced business with a capital of rupees 30,000. So cash is coming into the business. The entry would be cash account debit to capital account, that is 30,000. Next one, bought machinery 5,000. So machinery is coming in, it is a real asset and it is real account. Debit what comes in and credit what goes out. So debit what is coming in, that is machinery, and cash is going out. Cash is also a real account item. So credit what goes out, that is cash. Okay, the entry would be machinery account debit to cash account of rupees 5,000. Next, bought goods for cash from Madan Lal. So we made a purchase of rupees. Vishwanath made a purchase of rupees 2,500. So stock is coming in. The entry would be purchases account debit, and he bought for cash. It is not a credit purchase, therefore cash is going out. So no creditor for us now. So purchases account debit to cash account with rupees 2,500. Next one, that is sold goods for cash to Giri. It is also a cash sale. So cash is coming in and we are making the sale. Real account debit what comes in. Cash is coming in. Cash account debit to sales account, that is stock is going out. Sales account of rupees 4,000. Next, purchased goods from Jai Simha. So we are not paying any cash in this transaction. It is a credit purchase. Therefore, stock is coming in. Purchases account debit to creditor, that is Jai Simha account. Credit the giver. Jai Simha personal account. So he is a person. So it comes under personal account. So debit the receiver, credit the giver. So he is the giver of the goods. The entry would be purchases account debit to Jai Simha account of rupees 3,000. Next, cash sales. We are making cash sales of rupees 5,000. So cash account debit, cash is coming in, cash account debit to sales account, that stock is going out. It would be the entry of rupees 5,000. Received interest from Mukund. Okay, we are receiving interest. So how we will receive interest? We will receive interest in cash. Okay, in these type of nominal transactions, leave the person who is giving the amount or leave the person to whom we are paying the amount. We need to see the nominal item. The nominal item or the nominal gain here is we received interest. Therefore, it is income to the business. So credit all incomes and gains as per the rule of nominal account. So credit the interest received account, and what we are receiving cash, right? So we are receiving cash. See, we are receiving cash. If we see from the personal account point of view, if we see the Mukund, he is the giver. Okay, so we will not record the Mukund account in our book. We will record what we are receiving. So we are receiving cash, cash account debit to what is the income we are receiving, nominal item, that is received interest, interest income account. The entry would be cash account debit to interest income account, okay, of rupees 2,000, of rupees 2,000. In these type of transactions, you will not consider the person because it is a nominal transaction, that is nominal account transaction. So we need to see what we are receiving and what is the type of income we are receiving or what is the type of expenditure we are incurring. So at last the entry would be cash account debit to interest received account, that is of rupees 2,000. Deposited cash into the bank. It is a contra entry. Here we will see both the cash and bank. It is a contra entry, and the both one account will get increased and one account will get decreased, and both are real accounts, that both comes under the asset side of the balance sheet. So we deposited cash into the bank. Therefore bank balance is increasing. Debit the bank. Okay, debit the bank and credit the cash. That is bank account debit to cash account of rupees 6,000. Paid cash to Jai Simha rupees 2,900 in full settlement of his account. So actually what is the amount we need to pay to Jai Simha for the purchase we made? That is rupees 3,000. but we are paying only rupees 2,900. Means we have to pay 3,000, but now on settlement we are paying only 2,900. Means 100 rupees we are not paying. It means we are getting some discount from Jayasimha of rupees 100. It is income to Vishwanath. It is income to Vishwanath, who is the owner of the business. He needs to pay only rupees 2,900. Okay, so we need so debit the receiver. Who is the receiver? Jayasimha is the receiver. Debit the receiver. Jayasimha account debit with full amount, that is rupees 3,000 to cash account. How much cash we are paying? We are paying only 2,900. To cash account 2,900, and what we are receiving? Discount. We are receiving discount. Discount received is a nominal item, nominal nature gain. So we need to credit this gain. So discount received account, that is rupees 100. So the whole entry would be Jaisimha account debit, that is rupees 3,000, to cash account 2,900, to discount received account, that is rupees 100. Okay, it is the entry, and for each and every entry you need to write the narration. Narration is very important. It also carries the marks in your exam. Narration is very important. Okay, sold goods to Venkat. Okay, we made a credit sale. We are not receiving any cash in return now. So who is the receiver? Venkat is the receiver of the goods. Venkat account debit to what we are giving him with stock, that is sales, to sales account with rupees 4,000. Venkat settled his account by check. Okay, we are receiving check which is deposited into the bank. Okay, it is deposited into the bank of rupees 3,890. But actually what is the amount we need to receive? That is rupees 4,000. We need to receive rupees 4,000. So what we are receiving is only 3,890. Okay, we are receiving the check, so debit the bank. Since what is coming in, check is coming in, that is in the name of our bank account debit, and we are allowing him discount of rupees 110. 4,000 minus 3,890 comes to 110 rupees. We are not receiving that amount from Venkat. Okay, that means we are allowing him discount. We are forgoing that amount. We are forgoing that amount, and it is an expenditure to the business because that amount is not receiving by Vishwanath. Okay, so it is a discount allowed. Debit all expenses. It is a nominal account item. Okay, it is an expenditure. So debit the expenses. Discount allowed is a expenditure to the business. To Venkat account in full settlement, what is the amount actually we need to receive? That is 4,000. Okay, so the entry would be bank account debit, discount allowed account debit 110, to Venkat account, that is full amount with 4,000 rupees. Okay, next one, paid rent by check. Okay, it is a nominal nature account item, that is rent is the expense, so rent account debit. Two, we are paying through check, so bank account will get decreased. Asset is getting decreased means we need to credit the asset, or we can think that what is going out. Okay, we can take both the views. You need to think all around so that you can link each and everything. Okay, it will be easy to learn the accounts, how to prepare the book. So it is the solution for problem number 6. Okay, let's continue with problem number 7. That is, journalize the following transactions in the books of Ravi. January 2008, first started business with cash, that is cash is coming in, cash account debit to capital account with rupees 1 lakh paid into bank. So we will of course we will pay cash. Through cash we will deposit some amount in the bank. So it is a contra entry. So bank is getting increased and cash is getting decreased. What comes in, what goes out. Both are real accounts. So bank account debit to cash account with rupees 50,000. Next one, goods purchased for cash. Okay, we purchase goods for cash. So stock is coming in, purchases account debit, what comes in. 2, we are paying the cash. What goes out is cash, that is cash account. Purchase account debit to cash account with rupees 30,000. Next, purchase of furniture and payment made by check of rupees 10,000. Okay, So here the asset is coming in. Furniture is asset to the business. So asset means real account. So real account rule is what is debit what comes in, credit what goes out. So furniture is coming in, debit the furniture, and we are paying through check. So bank balance is getting decreased and we are giving him check. What is going out is check. So to bank account, that is 10,000 rupees. Next one, sold goods for cash. So we made cash sale. So what we receive in return is cash. Cash account debit to what is going out is stock, that is in the form of sales. Okay, rupees 20,000. Entry would be cash account debit to sales account. Sold goods to Ramesh. Here we are not receiving any cash and we made a credit sale to Ramesh. Okay, so Ramesh would be the debtor to the business. Ramesh account debit. Debit the receiver. As per the personal account rule, debit the receiver. Ramesh account debit to what is going out as per the real account rule. What goes out. Credit what goes out, that is stock. Ramesh account debit to stock account of rupees 10,000. Goods purchased from Ajay. We purchase goods from Ajay. It is a credit purchase that we are not paying any cash to Ajay. Therefore, debit what comes in, that is stock in the form of purchases. Purchases account debit to credit the giver. Ajay is a personal person, so personal account rule. Credit the giver. Purchases account debit to Ajay account, that is rupees 15,000. Goods returned to Ajay. Okay, now we are returning the goods amounting rupees 1,000 rupees to Ajay. So now the entry would be debit the receiver. Ajay is the receiver of goods again here. So Ajay account debit to we are making the return. So purchase returns account, that is rupees 1,000. Ajay account debit to purchase return account rupees 1,000. Okay. Next, yes. Okay. Next, goods returned by Ramesh. So Ramesh, for Ramesh, what transaction we made? Sold goods to Ramesh. Okay, in on 8th January we sold goods to Ramesh, and now he came to us and he is returning the goods to us of rupees 500. So it is a sales return. Whatever the sales we have made to Ramesh, now he came to return us, then we will call it as a sale return. Okay. So while happening sales, we will credit the sales. So now in the sales returns, we will debit the sales returns because the stock is coming in, which we have sold earlier, that stock is coming in. So sales returns account debit to credit the giver. Ramesh is a person, so personal account rule, credit the giver, that is Ramesh. The entry would be sales returns account debit to Ramesh account of rupees 500. Next one, cash received from Ramesh 9,300, discount allowed to him 200. Okay, they only gave the whole amount here. So what we are receiving cash of rupees 9,300. So 9,300 cash account debit, 9,300. We allowed him discount because we made sales. So we need to receive this 200, but actually we are not receiving. We are allowing discount. So it is an expenditure to the business. So debit all expenses and losses, nominal account rule. Cash account debit 9,300, discount allowed account debit 200 to Ramesh account, credit the giver. Ramesh account 9,500, that is 9,300 plus 200 comes to 9,500 will be the transaction entry. Okay. Next, withdrew from bank for personal use. So for personal use, we will come to know from its personal use means it is drawings. Okay. Drawings is an expenditure to the business. So drawing, debit the drawings account debit. Two, we are withdrawing from the bank. Okay. So bank balance will get reduced. Asset is getting reduced. So asset will be on the credit side. Drawings account debit to bank account of rupees 2,000. And next, withdrew from bank for use in business use, that is of rupees 12,000. Okay, for business use means for the purpose of business expenditure only. So here the entry would be not with drawing, but we receive the cash instead, because the person who is the owner, he will receive the cash for the business expenditure. So the entry would be cash account debit. So we are receiving from bank, and bank balance will get reduced by 12,000 to bank account. The entry would be cash account debit to bank account. If and only if we are drawing for the personal purpose of the owner, then only drawings will come into the picture. If he is drawing the amount for his business expenditure, then we will withdraw in the form of cash, or we will incur some expenditure. Okay, that's it. So we need to record, we should not use the drawings word here. Paid telephone rent for 1 year. Okay, we had paid telephone expenses for of rupees 1 year. Therefore, the telephone is rent is an expense. Debit all expenses. Telephone rent account debit to, we are paying through check. Sorry, we are paying through cash. Therefore, to cash account of rupees 1200. Cash paid to Ajay in full settlement of his account. So see what is the amount we need to pay to the Ajay. On 10th we purchased goods from Ajay, that is 15,000, and next on 12th we have made a return to him, that is rupees 1000. So in total how much amount we need to pay? 15,000 minus 1000, that is 14,000. We need to pay to Ajay only 14,000, because 1,000 we made a return, so we need not pay that amount. Out of 14,000, we are paying only 13,700 in full settlement. Means remaining 13,700 minus 14,000, that is 300, we are receiving discount. Means we need not pay that amount. So expenditure is getting reduced to the owner of the business. He need not pay that amount. So it is an income to the owner. So it is called as a discount received. So we will name it as a discount received. So then what will be that entry? That Ajay account debit, debit the receiver. What he needs to receive actually 14,000 rupees. But what we are paying him 13,700. Ajay account debit 14,000 to cash account, that is 13,700 to income. What we are receiving, that is discount. Discount received account, that is 300 rupees. So this would be the entry for this. And next one, paid for stationery rupees 4,400, rent 2,000, salaries to staff 5,000. So all these are nominal nature, nominal account expenses. So debit all expenses. Stationery account debit to cash account 4,400, rent account debit to cash account 2,000, salaries account debit to cash account, that is 5,000. Okay, so these are the expenses you need to debit and credit the cash. If you will pay through bank account, if or through check, then you need to credit the bank account. Okay, till here am I clear? Okay, let's continue with problem number 8. Journalize following transactions of Messrs. Hari and Sons 2008 July 1st. So business started with rupees 1 lakh and cash deposited in bank, that is rupees 60,000. Means cash deposited in bank is rupees 60,000. Okay, let us make first entry. Okay, let us make first entry. If the Zoom session is out, you please rejoin. Okay. Then, okay, business started with rupees 1 lakh. So first make an entry for this transaction. Cash account debit to capital account, that is rupees 1 lakh. Okay, this would be the entry. And next is, out of 1 lakh, he deposited the amount of rupees 60,000 into the bank. So what would be the entry for the cash deposited in the bank? The bank account debit to cash account. It is not a new entry, it is old entry only. We are making since earlier problem. So bank account debit to cash account. Nothing new in this. Okay. So bank account debit to cash account. He is depositing rupees 60,000 into the account. This would be the entry for the first one. Okay. Machinery purchased from A on credit. Okay. We are purchasing the machinery from A. We are not making any payment to him. So real account, machinery is from real account. So debit what comes in, that is machinery is coming in. So debit the machinery and credit the giver. Who is the giver here? Mr. A. So machinery account debit to A account, that is rupees 20,000. Next, furniture purchased for B from B for cash of rupees 10,000. Okay, it is a cash purchase of furniture. We are paying cash. What is coming in? Furniture, furniture account debit. So we are paying cash to cash account. Furniture account debit to cash account, that is rupees 10,000. If it would be a credit purchase, then we would have taken the name of B because he is the giver. But here we are paying the cash. So B will not come into the picture. Okay. So we will record the credit of cash. Furniture account debit to cash account, that is 10,000. Goods sold to Y. We are making a credit sale to Y, Mr. Y. So Y account debit the receiver, that is Y account debit to sales account, that is 9,000. Goods returned by Y means it is a sales return. It is a sales return. What we have made a sale of 9,000 in the previous transaction, we are receiving a return from Y again. So it is a sales return. Then the reverse transaction, that is sales returns account debit to credit the giver, that is Y. Sales return account debit to Y account, that is rupees 1,000. Goods sold for cash. Okay, we made a cash sale and we are receiving cash in return. So no debtor in this. Cash account debit to sales account rupees 20,000. Okay, and next, purchases of goods for cash. We are making a cash purchase and we are paying in cash of rupees 10,000. So stock is coming in. So purchases account debit to cash account, that is rupees 10,000. Cash received from Y. Okay. So how much cash we have received? 4,000, right? We made a sale to Y, so we are receiving cash account debit to credit the giver. Who is the giver? Mr. Y, of rupees 4,000. Cash account debit to Mr. Y account, that is 4,000. Here they did not give any full settlement or anything else to think about discount. If they give only full settlement and if they use such language, then only we need to see the settlement amount and then only we need to see whether the discount is being received or discount is being allowed. Here they did not give anything, so we should not think anything about it. Okay, so directly cash received from Y, that is cash account debit to Mr. Y account 4,000. That's it. Next, cash paid to Mr. X rupees 8,000. So we are paying cash, so debit the receiver, that is X account debit to cash is going out, that is 8,000. X account debit to cash account of rupees 8,000. Cash withdrawn from bank. Okay, so cash withdrawn from bank. Here they did not give anything. That is, it is for a personal use or for business expenditure. So if they did not give anything, we always need to assume that it is for the purpose of business only. It is not for drawings. It is for the purpose of business only. If they specifically give for, if in the question that is it is for the personal use or drawings, then only we need to take it as a drawing. Otherwise, it is always up for the purpose of the business expenditure. Okay, so cash withdrawn from bank is 20,000. So cash is coming in and bank balance is getting reduced. Cash account debit to bank account, that is rupees 20,000. That's it. And advertisement expenses, it is a nominal nature item. So advertisement expenses, debit all expenses, advertisement expense account debit to cash account, 5,000. Office stationery purchased for rupees 2,000. So office stationery account debit, it is an expense to cash account of rupees 2,000. Paid rent, it is also a nominal nature item. Rent account debit to cash account. Cash withdrawn from bank for personal use of the proprietor. So here the drawings will come into the picture. So drawings account debit to bank account. Okay, drawings account debit to bank account will be the answer. Here you should not use the cash because here he is withdrawing the amount for his personal use from the bank. So he is receiving for the personal use. So drawings will be debited, not cash. They will confuse you by giving the cash withdrawn from bank for personal use. So here you should not get confused. Always for personal use, drawings will come on the debit side. Even if they whatever if they give, you should always take drawings on the debit side, and he is withdrawing from bank, so bank balance is getting reduced. You need to take credit side bank balance, that is of rupees 2500. Drawings account debit to 2500 bank account. That's it. You should not think about cash in this transaction. Okay, we will continue with the problem number 9. Journalize following transactions in the books of Rama and Company. 2008 January 1st, business started with rupees 50,000. So entry would be cash account debit to capital account, and cash deposited into the bank rupees 20,000. So bank balance, what comes in, what goes out, real accounts. So bank account debit to cash account 20,000. Goods purchased for 10,000. So here they did not give any person name. So it is a cash purchase. Goods purchased for cash of rupees 10,000. So purchases account debit to cash account. Second, furniture purchased for cash. So furniture we made a cash purchase. Furniture account debit to cash account, that is rupees 3,000. Office stationery purchased for cash rupees 2000. Office stationery is not asset. Stationery is a nominal item. It is a small item in the business when compared to the big asset. So you should always treat it as a expenditure. Office stationery expenses account debit to cash account rupees 2000. Third, that is goods purchased from X. Okay, here the person came into the picture, so it is a personal account transaction. He is a creditor. So purchases, what is coming in? Real account, that is stock. Purchases account debit to Mr. X account, that is rupees 20,000. Goods sold to Y, it is a credit sale, Mr. Y. So Mr. Y account debit 25,000 to sales. Stock is going out in the form of sales. So to sales account, that is 25,000. Paid rent of rupees 1,000. Rent, nominal nature item, expenditure, so debit all expenses, rent account debit to cash account. Paid for repairs, it is also expenditure, repairs account debit to cash account. Paid for advertisement, debit all expenses, advertisement account debit to cash account 1500. Cash paid to Mr. X of amount 10,000 and discount received, that is rupees 50. Okay, so we paid cash of rupees 10,000 and received the discount rupees 50. So the total amount comes to 10,050. We need to pay 10,000. See, in the previous transaction, here they gave 20,000. But here they are not saying full settlement. They gave directly the amounts. So we need to use these amounts only to record the entry. Okay. So what we are paying, so debit the receiver, Mr. X account debit 10,050 to what we are paying in actual, that is only rupees 10,000. To cash account, cash is how much cash is going out, 10,000. To income, that is discount received, credit all incomes and gains, so 1250. Bad debts account debit to M account. Okay, credit the give. See, actually Mr. M, he is owing, he is a debtor. Okay, Mr. M is a debtor to the business because we need to receive money from him. So Mr. M will be the debtor to the business. But what is happening that we are not receiving the money. We are not now recording his amount of 1250 as bad debts in the books. Means debtor will always have a debit balance in the book. Debtor will always have a debit balance. Debtor is an asset. So asset will always have a debit balance. So M should be on the debit side. But what is happening? We are reducing his account now. The debtor is getting reduced because not because we are receiving cash from him, but because the cash which we need to receive from him, we are not receiving and we are recording it as a bad debt. Okay, so we need to decrease the asset now. We need to decrease the asset balance. So to decrease the debit, we need to credit that item. Okay, we need to credit that person. Okay, apply this rule wherever you want. You will get the same answer. Bad debts will be the expenses, so debit all expenses and losses. Bad debts account debit to Mr. M. Mr. M, we need to receive the money from him, but we are not receiving. He, we need to receive the money from him means he is a debtor to the business. So debtor balance is getting reduced now by the bad debts. So bad debts account debit to Mr. M account, that is rupees 1250. Okay. Is anyone having doubt in this transaction? Okay. So next one, that is sold goods rupees 1250 to X on credit. So it is a credit sale. It is a credit sale. So Mr. X debit the receiver of the goods. Mr. X account debit to sales account. Mr. X account debit to sales account, that is rupees 1250. And next one, Ram owes rupees 2850 and pays rupees 2775 in full settlement. See, Ram might be the debtor of the business. That's why he's paying to us. Okay, we will receive money from the debtors only to whom we made the sales. Okay, Ram is a debtor and we are receiving only rupees 2775 from him out of rupees 2850. So the difference amount is 75 rupees. 2850 minus 2775, that is 75 rupees. We are not receiving. So it means we are allowing him discount. We are allowing him discount because they use the word full settlement. So it is a discount allowed. So what we are receiving, cash account debit 2775. Discount allowed is an expenditure to the business. So discount allowed account debit 75 rupees to Ram account. What we need to actually receive from him, that is 2850. To decrease the debtor balance, we need to credit him. Or you can think in this way also, Ram is the giver, credit the giver. Ram is the giver, personal account rule, credit the giver. Or you can think that he is a debtor, to reduce the debtor balance, we need to credit him. Am I clear? These are the two views you can think for each and every transaction. Okay. In every transaction, you can apply these type of rules. Okay. On practice, you will get this all. Okay. Please do practice. Messrs A and Company. It's a person. Okay. Who owes rupees 6,000 becomes insolvent. Okay. Insolvent. Only 30% of the amount due is realized. Means 60,000 in out of 6,000. We have received only 30% of 6,000 rupees. So 6,000 into 30%, that comes to 1,800. How much? That comes to 1,800. 6 3 are 18 divided by 100. Okay, that comes to 1,800. 6,000 into 30%. We have received only 1,800 from Messrs A and Co. And he became insolvent. Means here bad debts will come into the picture. Okay, here the no discount allowed will come into the picture. Here the bad debts will come into the picture. So what we are receiving, cash account debit 1,800, bad debts account debit, that is remaining amount 6,000 minus 1,800, that is 4,200, to credit the giver. Or he is a debtor, so to reduce the debtor balance, we can credit the debtor. Okay, two views. So credit the giver to Messrs A and Company 6,000. What we actually need to receive from them. Okay. The whole entry would be cash account debit 1,800, bad debts account debit 4,200 to Messrs A and Company, that is 6,000. Okay. Withdrew for domestic use. For domestic use is nothing but a personal use. Domestic use is nothing but a personal use. Personal use ki, it is a substitute word, that is a domestic use. So domestic use and personal use both are same. So it is a drawings account debit to cash account, that is 900. Issued check in favor of Messrs Kashiram and Sons on account of purchase of machinery. Okay, we issued a check to a person, so we are making a bank payment. Leave the person here. We are making the payment to him through check. So machinery is coming in machinery account debit asset, that is asset is coming in machinery account debit to bank account. It is not a credit purchase because we are making or issuing the check to him. So machinery account debit to bank account, that is 7,500. Paid Rao and Company rupees 490 in full settlement of debt of rupees 500. So what we need to pay actually 500, but what we are paying 490, and they use the word called full settlement. So here the discount received or discount allowed will come into the picture. Since we are paying the amount, we will receive the discount. So debit the receiver, that is Rao and Company 500. What we need to pay actually 500. So Rao and Company 500 to what we are paying in actual, that is 490 only, to cash account, that is 490, to remaining amount is a discount which is received by us. So discount received account, that is rupees 10. So whole entry would be Ram and Company account debit to cash account 490 to discount received account, that is rupees 10.